Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of gradient descent optimization algorithms, a topic that's crucial for anyone working with neural networks. Let's get started.
Absolutely. I'm eager to hear this. So many different algorithms exist, it's easy to get lost. What's the core idea behind this whole gradient descent optimization thing?
At its heart, gradient descent is about finding the minimum of a function, our loss function, by iteratively stepping in the direction of the steepest descent. Think of it like rolling a ball down a hill. The ball naturally seeks the lowest point. The learning rate determines the size of each step.
So we're not just talking about one algorithm, but a family of them?
Exactly. There are three main variants. Batch gradient descent, which uses the entire dataset for each update. Stochastic gradient descent, SGD, which uses only one data point at a time. And mini-batch gradient descent, a happy medium using small batches. Each has its trade-offs between accuracy and speed.
So batch is slow but accurate, SGD is fast but noisy, and mini-batch is a compromise? That makes intuitive sense.
Precisely. And that noise in SGD, that's where things get interesting. While it can lead to fluctuations, it also helps escape those pesky local minima that can trap other methods.
Right, but what about the challenges? Just picking a learning rate seems like a huge headache.
It is. Choosing the right learning rate is a major challenge. Too small, and convergence is painfully slow. Too large, and you risk divergence. Learning rate schedules try to address this, but they're often predefined and don't adapt to the data.
So that's where all these other algorithms come in, right? Momentum, Nesterov accelerated gradient, AdaGrad, ADelta, RMS-prop, Atom, AtoMax, NATM, AMS-grad. It's a whole alphabet soup.
It is. Each of these algorithms tries to improve upon the basic gradient descent methods by addressing those challenges. Momentum, for example, adds a memory of past updates, smoothing out oscillations and speeding up convergence. Nesterov accelerated gradient takes this a step further by looking ahead.
Interesting. And what about the adaptive learning rate methods like AdaGrad, ADelta, RMS-prop, and Atom? They seem to be the popular kids on the block.
They are. These methods adapt the learning rate for each parameter individually, which is particularly useful for sparse data. AdaGrad, however, suffers from diminishing learning rates over time. AdaDelta and RMS-prop address this by using a decaying average of past gradients. Atom builds on this by incorporating momentum and bias correction.
So Atom is like the ultimate upgrade? It combines the best of both worlds?
Well, almost. Atom has its own issues. AMS-grad was proposed to address some of Atom's shortcomings, particularly its tendency to converge to suboptimal solutions in certain cases. But even AMS-grad isn't a perfect solution. The field is constantly evolving.
Wow. It sounds like there's no single best algorithm, and the choice depends heavily on the specific problem and dataset.
Exactly. And we haven't even touched on parallelization and distribution techniques like hog-wild, downpour SGD, and elastic averaging SGD, which are crucial for handling massive datasets, or other strategies like batch normalization and early stopping.
This is amazing. It's clear that there's a lot of depth and complexity here. It's not just about choosing an algorithm, but understanding its strengths and weaknesses and how they interact with the data and the problem you're trying to solve.
Precisely. And that's why this is such a rich and active area of research. We've only scratched the surface today, but hopefully this gives you a solid foundation to explore further. Thanks for joining us on Tech Bytes and News. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of gradient descent optimization algorithms. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye-bye.